All right, everybody, welcome back to Buds Mafia. Ryan and I this week, we get into the NHL. One small signing, I think Nick Schmaltz, we talk about that, break down the league, talk about some of the trophy winners coming up, break down the Norris, the Calder. I give Ryan a quick question about the Jack Adams, break down kind of what the Leafs have been going through and what we've been going through because of it. Then we get over to the NFL and crazy free agency, big signings, break down Buffalo, and then go through kind of the list of big names that got signed everywhere else. I give out my kind of winners overall so far through free agency, break down how I'm absolutely trumping Ryan in the golf draft, and then we round it out with quick golf question for Ryan in our betting segments. Buds Mafia to the moon, baby. Comment, like, subscribe, support the boys. Here we go.
Tavares coming out, sends it in a goal. They score! They score! Holy mackerel, they score! Morgan Riley! Mo Riley! The Leafs have won it! They're going to the second round!
Gonna run for it, he got it! And there he goes! Inside the 10, the 5! Oh, the play of the year in the NFL!
Welcome back, everyone, to the Buds Mafia podcast, episode 60 today, Jackson. And also, I guess, happy St. Patrick's Day. We're filming this on a Monday night. St. Patrick's Day, I think, is tomorrow, Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Celebrated too hard on it on Saturday. But that's okay. That's what St. Patrick's Day is for. Yeah, Jackson, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Life is, I'm back to days, which is a lot nicer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The weather here, I wish the weather kind of was peaking out a little bit. I mean, it was nice today, but now it's supposed to be like minus 18 tomorrow morning.
We're in like the menopausal stage of Mother Nature. It's like hot flashes, cold flashes. Can't make up our mind.
We have a lot to get into, so let's quickly do our draft or dump because we have a little, like definitely a lot of hockey stuff I want to talk about. Well, obviously, the Gudas hit and everything will probably be the front line of kind of the hockey segment of today. I'll talk about the players, and Jackson's going to break down a lot of free agency.
Now that Millie's out of here, I can have a little bit more energy, especially regarding the Gudas thing.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I can show you. I already made a thumbnail for. I've been like, what I do is if I have time to prepare, I'll make what I want the thumbnail to be and probably the text because I got to understand what it is. But then I'll screenshot our faces and put it on there. This one, you'll see it when it gets released. I edited Gudas into a devil, and he's like front and center.
Attaboy.
And I said, I think he's like a public. I mean, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna test on things out. But yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of NFL free agents talk, a lot of stuff. I don't think we talked about the Crosby trade getting vetoed. I don't think we got that last time.
No,
but then a lot of free agents talks, Trey Hendrickson, all that good stuff. Justin Fields was traded to Kansas City today.
That's wild.
For like a 6th or 5th round pick or something like that.
But Baker's going to be ready for game 1. Or Baker, Jesus.
I was going to say, who the fuck?
I'm locked in.
Yeah, so quick draft or dump. I mean, I've loved it for a long time. I drafted today is Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I still play Pokemon Go every now and then. And I know you have a Switch. I play my sister's Switch every now and then when she doesn't play it. And she has the newer Pokemon games. Like, did you play Pokemon like on the DS or Game Boy growing up, like Fire Red or Ruby Red or all that crap?
I played Emerald and Platinum and Silver. I never got I was into Pokemon Go, but I was never super into it. But the new Pokemon, like the Pokemon card game or whatever that's on your phone. I don't know if you've seen that one. Yeah. I just I'm not a big video game guy. Like,
I know you're not. You like the cooking game. You like the cooking game. That's what
I like that game, but I haven't even played that. Like, I go through fads with games. Like Minecraft, I went through a fad with Minecraft, and like now I couldn't even tell you the last time I played it. Like, I go through. It's the same on my phone. Like the only solid game that I play consistently, and I play it every single night when I get home when I'm on afternoons, is Solitaire. And I'll play one game of Solitaire, and that's it. Yeah.
I love it too. But yeah, Pokemon, dude, like the newer Pokemon games, like if you remember in the old games, like you run through the grass and Pokemon come out of nowhere. In these newer Pokemon games, dude, you see the Pokemon, so you can dodge them. You see like a Charizard just walk around. You're like, oh, you're going to walk around you because he's going to fucking kill you. So those games are fun. I've been grinding it recently. And I love it so much. But yeah, that's my draft. Is just Pokemon in general.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Mine's just having a beer with the boys. It was so nice to have Nick and Gwen over on Saturday, and the girls sat inside and talked, and then Nick and I went outside and shared a cigar and had a beer and fucking sat and talked. It was nice. Yeah, there's nothing like it. Nothing like it.
Yeah, especially you don't have too many. I definitely had too many on Saturday, and sometimes you just need a couple. That's all you
Dude,
need.
yeah. Even I think I got a few of like the triple bogeys as well, and then I had like 3 beers, so I probably had like 6 drinks in total. But I haven't really been drinking a ton.
Yeah.
So I woke up Saturday and I still had a fucking, like, not an insane headache, but I had a headache to the point where I was like, God damn, this sucks. It also didn't help. Millie woke me up at fucking 4:45. But, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was waiting for, you said but, and I was like, I'm waiting for the dramatic effect.
No, there's no dramatic, like, there's no drama. It's just, like, I can still, like, I have to be prepared to know that I'm like, this is going to sound crazy, but I have to either be prepared that I'm going to go a little hard.
Yeah.
Or like I can't have a middle. Like I'm going to have 1 or 2 beers, maybe 3. I can't have like the middle where it's like 6 and you're like on the cusp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then it's like you're still getting the effects afterwards, but not the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because Friday I literally had 2 or 3 beers. I watched Star Wars with my parents and my sister. And then I got up early Saturday. I got up like 7. I went to the gym. I didn't want to run outside. I was way too cold. Went to the gym. Got picked up around like 10-ish, 10:15 to go to the train station. Went to Matt's for like 12. Preed there for a bit. Went to the bar. We were at the bar from like 2 to like 8 or 9 around there. Went back to Matt's for a bit. Tried to play Quiplash. Apparently I just kept rooting the game because I did not care. And then
what the fuck is that?
Quiplash, it's like it's a game that you can play on like any type of console, but then you connect to your phone and it's like it's hard to describe. But it's like, it could be a party game. It's just like, who's more likely to do this or something. It's something along those lines. You play on your phone, but you can connect it to like a Switch or PS5 or whatever, stuff like that. We played that, and then Vu and Owen were like, hey, Ron, we're catch this train. And I left it. And my parents, they said, my mom tracks my location all the time. So she's like, I see you're near. Like, do you want us to come pick you up? Because I got back to like 10. It was nice. I can just chug water. I had half a pizza and like 15 chicken fingers when I got home because I eat anything all day. All I had was breakfast and then 100 drinks. But yeah, no, I don't remember much after leaving the bar, but I know I just went back to Mass and went on the trains. Hopefully no damage done.
You got home safe and we're here.
Exactly. Yeah, let's get into some of the stuff again. We have a lot to talk about. I think, again, like right after we always record, always something happens. And I think it was Nick Schmaltz last week. Yeah. Resigns, 8 years, $8 million AAV. I think he was linked to Toronto for a bit, but I didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, I like the number. I don't like the years. I would rate this kind of like a B-, maybe C+ contract. He's been a solid 60 to 65 point player for the past 5 or 6 seasons. I think he's turning 30 or he's around that age. That's why the years is kind of crazy, but the salary cap, $8 million, is not that crazy.
Let me tell you something about the salary cap. It's always
he's loved in that room. And he's been there for a while. I think he was there. I think he was part of a Dylan Strome trade. So, and now there are no salary cap issues. They have Dylan Gunther, who might have 45 goals this year, making $7 million for 5 more years. Keller to sign 8 years for $10 million. Sorry, not Keller. Cooley. Keller has a deal. Sergachev signed. They just got Uyghur, who has 5 years left, so they're fine. That's kind of a deal that you sign it for the first 5 years and then worry about the end of it later. Similar to like Tavares. I mean, I still like Tavares. I mean, even though he was still putting up numbers by the end of his career, was he still an $11 million player? Probably not, but you knew what you were getting out of him.
Yeah, I agree.
I looked at because Toronto has some decisions to make. We get more in Toronto later on, but I was looking at the free agent board. I remember, I think it was like 6 months ago or something, we talked about all the free agents for this class and where I thought they were going to go. And pretty much they all really stayed. Obviously, Panarin's in LA now and all that. But I look, Darren Radish, I think he's still going to stay in Tampa. I think they may test the market, but probably stay in Tampa. Alex Tuck. I mean, I think the number before, with the number in Buffalo, he was thinking like 11 for him to stay, but now Buffalo's a wagon, so maybe he's willing to take less because he's from there, and they're actually a good team now. Ovechkin, probably Russia. Evgeny Malkin, probably Russia. John Carlson, love that for Toronto. We haven't had like a solid top offensive defenseman like that. He is older, but still, I'm fine with willing to work around that. Charlie Coyle, Anthony Mantha, but after that, it's just, I mean, before it was McDavid, Shesterkin, Panarin, Kemp. Now it's Darren Radish and Ovechkin. That's who the fuck it is. Some other news on the league. Ottawa regains their first round pick. I don't know if you remember this from the Evgeny Dadonov trade a while ago. They traded him, but I think they didn't send Vegas like his 10-team no trade list, and then Vegas tried to trade him to Anaheim, which was on that no trade, something like that. I don't know. My thing is, it's good that they get their pick back. It's number 32nd pick. They can't trade it, so they have number 32 pick. My thing is just, if you're gonna just give them the whole thing back, like give them what the pick would be. I mean, they're on the cusp of playoffs. I don't get the sense of not trading it. Like, I understand you still want to punish them, but it was a completely different management at that point in time. Like, the new owner wasn't in it, I don't think, a new GM, but I understand you still kind of like, I still think it's good that they got it back, but yeah, I get that. I know Spin Chickets were saying they should get everything back, but it's like, hey, then what was the whole point of all this crap? You know what I mean?
You don't want it to be like teams. I mean, obviously, you don't want it to be like teams think they can, which I don't think teams probably would, but you don't want it to be like, this happens again in the future. You now have a precedent that, they still got their pick back and everything else. Why can't we get our pick back and everything else? You know what I mean? Like, you can't, which it may be case-to-case subjective basis, but still.
Yeah. So that's, they got the 32nd pick back. Like I said, can't trade it. I don't know if you heard this, really. Tristan Jarry got into it with some teammates at practice. Which is kind of hilarious.
What you should practice getting into? Fucking getting in between the pipes, dude.
He apparently he's known to do done that. Apparently this year he's had issues with Pittsburgh too with his teammates. I mean, hey, goalies are different. They can be a bit with the wires crossed and everything. And listen, like his numbers are bad. But again, the play around him has also not been good. We're gonna talk about some of that later on. But it's also like, if your numbers were a bit better, then maybe then if my goalie on a team who has an 8.7 save percentage and 3.6 goals against average was yelling at me, I would not. And he just got there. I wouldn't be too happy about that. No. I'd be like, hey, I understand we're not playing the best in front of you, but it's not like you're shutting the door. You're opening the door. You're letting the strangers come in. Yeah. That's what you're doing. I want to address this right now. The Knies to Montreal rumors. And this fucking guy, Nick Kyprios, this fucking guy.
Give him the full name you gave him.
I said, Nick, always wrong, Kyprios. He always throws out these packages and not one, like, other analysis or other, like, guys like, David Pagnotta, where I talk about Elliot from, they'll come on, they're like, yeah, I didn't hear about that one. I swear he just says shit. I know he was an NHL player, I think, for a long time. He definitely has a pulse in Toronto media. He's one of the top guys. And I know Montreal, I think, asked about Knies because they said they're going to listen to offers. I think Knies, it was kind of a situation where, hey, if a team's desperate, like the East is wide open, if a team's desperate and they're willing to offer like a Mikko Rantanen deal when it was like basically like 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's worth Mikko. I'm just saying, like, if you've seen teams overpay Brendan Carlo type trade, like we've seen that, right? So I feel like they're like, hey, let's just see what's out there. He's on an incredible contract. If a team's really desperate, like a Carolina offered like 3 first-round picks or something ridiculous, and it's like, hey, that's hard to turn down. But honestly, at this point, Knies to me is the most untouchable. I know I think I posted a video like a week or two ago about there's not a lot of untouchables. I think Knies is the only one I'd say is untouchable. Like, I would rather keep Knies over Nylander. I love Willie Nylander, and he's probably been our best playoff guy. But in terms of contract, age, style of play he has, by the way, he's been on fire recently. He had 4 points against Anaheim. I think he had 2 points against Minnesota.
Playing really good.
For the way that Toronto can go, like, this is a huge offseason with Matthews that I've talked about the whole thing. I know their next few weeks is really going to dictate his future here. He's the last guy you should be trading. Maybe a William Nylander. Maybe. Like, Knies with his age, if you're trying to do a rebuild on the go, that's a guy. You don't build around wingers, but like that's a guy that's a great piece. I don't know why you would move on from a guy like that. I think things are really kind of blowing up about it. I don't think they're looking to do that. I think it's more just, let's see what's out there, see what team's desperate and offering us something crazy. But yeah, I cannot believe that. Yeah, I don't want to trade him in general, but if it was Montreal, I'd stop.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
That'd be a great fit for them. Like, that is a guy where you have your skill. You have Cole Caulfield, you have Suzuki, you have the other guys coming out like Demidov, and then you have the 2 power forwards like Slavkovsky and Knies. Like, that's incredible. And they have assets. They have that Michael Hage, Reinbacher. They have their first-round picks. So yeah, but no, fuck that. Craig Button came out with his top 50 NHL affiliated prospects. Not one Leaf is in there. Kind of shows our prospect pool. Detroit has 2 goalies, I'm pretty sure, in the top 10. That's why I really thought one of them were going to get traded at the deadline, because why do you need two kind of top 10 goalie prospects? Tisha Ginla is number one. He's been on fire in the WHL. I think he has like 40 points his last like 15 games or something ridiculous. We saw what he did at the World Juniors. He's kind of a menace. What else? I don't know if you saw the World Cup of Hockey news. It's coming to Edmonton, Calgary, and then fucking Prague. It's Edmonton, Calgary, and Prague.
Exactly what you want.
I know some people are upset that, USA won the Olympics. Maybe why aren't they getting a look? I get that. The World Juniors wasn't that crazy. I know we're talking about World Juniors compared to best on best, but
but the World Juniors, there was no one there, man.
No one there. And even like Whitney said, I understand World Juniors and best on best is a lot different, but he even said I'm okay with World Juniors always being in Canada. It's just bigger. It's just what it is. They're going to make way more money, right? And yeah, I think, again, best on best, if it was in New York or Boston, that would be pretty sick. I think Minnesota, it's the state of hockey, but there's not a lot around it. You know what I mean? Minnesota, obviously Winnipeg's there, but it's still a long drive. If it's in that East Coast area, that would be pretty bumping for the States.
No. Hello. Whew. That was a tough one. I don't mind it.
Keep talking about the rookie race here. Demidov's 52 points. I bring it up every week, but it's I still think Schaefer's a shoo-in. I haven't looked at the odds yet, but he's still got 20 goals. Also, Caulfield's sneakily coming up on the Rocket Richard. He has 39 goals now, and he's second in the league. About to have his first 40-goal season. I think Celebrini has the most points since the Olympic break. I think it's 13 points his last 8 games. Lexi Lafreniere has really turned it on since Panarin left, which is kind of hilarious. 11 points his last 7 games. I've always believed in Lafreniere. He's only 23 years old. I think he's younger than us. I think he's an 01 or 02. 44 points, 66 games. I know he was deemed the next Crosby, but I still love the talent. And he had some years in fucking, what's it called? Those playoffs. And he was disgusting when New York was kind of a top team.
Bet365 or FanDuel currently has the Calder trophy. And it's just Matthew Schaefer versus the field. The field is plus 2,700. Matthew Schaefer's minus 8,000.
Minus 8,000 is insane. I
haven't been listing anyone else.
Holy shit.
Dude, it's the same with the Hart Trophy. But the Hart Trophy, the Hart Trophy for Nathan McKinnon is Nathan McKinnon versus the field. He's a minus 260, and the field is plus 192. So that's not
minus
crazy.
8,000. Yeah,
minus 8,000 is crazy.
I'd give it to him. I keep forgetting, there's only 14 games left. It's just 20 goals, and if he has the same amount of points as the forwards and first in goals as a D-man, he's gonna get it. He's kind of slowed down in the goal aspect, so hopefully we'll see if he can break that record for 5 goals in 14 games. The defenseman's a lot to ask.
That's kind of tough.
But he's also had 4 goals in 2 games, so I think there's nothing out of it. Let's see what else. I'm pretty sure I called Cutter Gauthier 40 goals this year.
I was laughing at this when I read this note. It said, "I'm pretty sure I called it."
I'm pretty sure I called it. He's at 34 again. There's, I think, 14, 15 games left. 8 goals those last 9. Dude, all of his goals are the exact same. It's Leo Carlson coming down.
Consistency.
I love consistency. It's Leo Carlson coming down the left side and just a one-timer. That's all it was. And he buries it every single time. And 34 goals at, I think he's 21, 22 or something like that. That's insane. And this offseason, I think they got to sign both Leo and him. So it's going to be 2 bags they're going to pay right there. But they also have $50 million in cap space, so I'm sure they're fine. Cole Hudson signs entry-level deal with the Capitals. I think Boston, I haven't been keeping up with college hockey recently. I think they must be out if he signed. So, because I heard his possible debut is on Wednesday against Ottawa. He's always been fun to watch in those bean pot tournaments of World Juniors. He's an electric offensive defenseman. It's a new era in Washington. I'm super convinced Ovechkin's done. He said he wants to go back to his old KHL team, Dynamo. Obviously, you have Chychrun there, Strome, Protas, Ryan Leonard, who's having a great season. Logan Thompson on the back end. I think it's a new era in Washington. You trade John Carlson, right? So yeah. I don't know what you're talking about last year, but this is, when you hear this is March, obviously you think of March Madness, but this is March. This is Detroit in March. It is hilarious what they do in March. So they're 3-5-2 in their last 10. Dylan Larkin being out that's tough. He's their leader, their best player. That's tough. But look, their last few Marches. So what was it? March of last year in 2025, they went 4-10. 2024 in March, 6-6-3. March 2023, 5-9-1. And March 2022, 3-8-3. They have the last wild card spot, I think, with 80 points at this point in time. Like I said, we're filming on a Monday. Columbus is 1 point behind them, in Ottawa 3. And Ottawa, like we said, they're finally getting average goaltending, and they're rising up. They had a big win against San Jose the other day. Columbus is playing great. Zach Werenski's keep doing his thing. Garland has like 6 points his first like 2 or 3 games there. Detroit in March, man. And if they made a move. I know it's Justin Falk, like a great veteran defenseman, but it's not like, we heard Robert Thomas rumors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I looked at a lot of the guys' numbers. They're still getting numbers. Like I saw the Brinket's still getting numbers. Patrick Kane, Sider, the goaltending numbers weren't horrible. Like you definitely win with like a 909 save percentage easily. And they just can't fucking find a win. 3-5-2. And it's every single March. And it's 14. Like I personally, I still don't know about Boston because Detroit's actually tied with Boston in points. They're both at 80, I think, in that wild card spot. I like Ottawa and Columbus more than Detroit in Boston right now. Like I've always thought, even though how much I hate it, I've always liked Ottawa as a team. I think if they got solid goaltending, their forwards are pretty sick and their defense are great. And Columbus, I mean, there's a great story, and I love Zach Werenski. I didn't really believe Boston a lot, but they keep proving everyone wrong. They've been kind of consistent the whole year, but if Detroit misses the playoffs this year, I don't know what's going to happen in Hockey Town. That's hilarious. Now I'll talk about the Norris Trophy. Do you still have Bet365 up? Do you have can you look at the Norris rankings? I'm kind of curious. Because the top 3 to me, it's for sure Bouchard, Werenski, Makar. Obviously, Hudson and Hughes have had phenomenal seasons. There's been some great defensive play. But I think those are the top 3. Bouchard's leading in points.
Who do you think's number 1?
I just think favoritism. I still think it's Makar.
It's Werenski.
Is it Werenski?
On FanDuel. On FanDuel.
FanDuel. Okay,
Werenski's
so
a minus
right
110. Makar's plus 125. And Bouchard's a plus 1,000.
Plus 1,000.
Then Quinn Hughes, Lane Hudson, and Mort Sider. Yeah,
okay. So that's what. Okay, so Werenski, minus 110. So it's pretty tight with him. Makar, but Bouchard seems to be out of it unless he pops off. But so Bouchard's first in points. He has 77. Next is Werenski with 68. So Bouchard is way ahead of points. He's likely going to finish with the most points. Makar is 67. So I like looking at these kind of percentile, these ratings that these guys do. They do a great job. Hockey Stat Cards. Bouchard, easily the best offensive defenseman in the league. I don't think anyone can doubt that. I mean, he's leading the league in points. His offensive rating, they kind of gather all these stats, right? Everything with zone entries, assists, kind of time of possession, like everything, right? They kind of give these numbers. I can't really break it down too well, but that's kind of what the gist of it, right? And Bouchard is like the best. He's a plus 19 offensive rating on Hockey Stat Cards. Werenski, plus 16. Makar, plus 16.3. And then, but of those 3 guys, only Makar has a plus defensive rating. He has a plus 5, where Werenski minus 1.5, Bouchard minus 3.5. And if he calculate his numbers together, Makar has the best overall, under the hood numbers, right? And I know a lot of people say you have to play both ends of the ice to win the Norris. I completely get that. But I mean, I think not all the time. Like Erik Karlsson won it a few years ago when he had 100 points. He was a minus 40. Yeah, so nuts. I think, and I don't know. I watch Edmonton games when I can, and I've talked to some of our friendly Edmonton fans. He's not that bad defensively. I think he's gone a lot better. I wouldn't say he's a liability at all. I don't think he is at all.
It's just the bad gets overshadowed from the good.
It's just the bad's bad. The bad.
The one play earlier this year was bad.
Yeah,
I can't remember who they were playing. I think they were playing Anaheim.
Yeah, it's Anaheim. I'm trying to think of what player you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I can't remember who someone came down and was going down the left wing.
No, remember it was remember he was playing the Islanders and he came up the ice.
It was the Islanders.
He just gave the puck right to Barzal breakaway.
Uh-huh.
And then there's that play in the finals in Game 6 where he gave a pizza across to Ekholm and Reinhart just came in and scored. So I think he's gone a lot better. I think Coffey's helped. I mean, their overall team D play has still not improved, but thank God they're in the worst division I've ever seen.
Yeah, that division's horrible. You know what's crazy to me?
Yeah. What?
Guess, obviously, who do you think is favored for the Jack Adams right now?
It's got to be Lindy Ruff, no?
Yeah, but I would think if they make the playoffs, do you not think he should be more than a minus 280?
Lindy? Who are the next 2? Yeah, I think it's John Cooper is up there too, is he not?
Cooper and then Bednar.
I think I think he should be a bit more favorited because I think this is a lot more surprising. Where we knew Colorado and Tampa were going to be top teams.
Yeah.
I thought Kenville. Sorry, go ahead.
Kenville's been obviously Anaheim, we talked a lot about Anaheim at the beginning of the season, and I just feel like considering everything he went through, Lindy Ruff coming back to like, I don't know. I feel like he should be way more favored. If like they're on track, they're buzzing. Like
I look at like what was presented to them and what were the expectations. Tampa, Colorado are always going to be top 5, top 10 teams. Buffalo, you never know with Buffalo. They made playoffs since fucking Vietnam. So I was like, I don't know, but now they're a top 3 team in the league right now. They're an absolute heater, first in the East or top 2 in the East, where I would have put Dan Muse, the new coach of Pittsburgh, on there. How can he not? Like I thought Pittsburgh was going to win a game. I thought they were going to win a game.
He's 4th.
Then again, you got to look at if San Jose makes playoffs, if Wersofsky, the San Jose coach, stuff like that, right? But yeah, I think right now it's Lindy. It's Lindy's one to lose right now. Like I think it's all him.
I think so too.
All right, let's get to the Leafs. I mean, lost against Montreal. Then it's hard to watch Leaf games now.
I don't even watch them.
Montreal was lost. Even though I'm really liking Jake McQuillan and Gruel. I mean, Gruel has like 3 goals in 3 games. He's been awesome.
I didn't even know who this kid was. Playing
he was. I think he's our age, and I'm pretty sure he was like. I heard him coming up because obviously when I was pursuing hockey, like I heard of his name, and he was like a high pick, but I don't think anything came from it. So I think he had it's like a 4-year span between NHL goals. I'm pretty sure, which is pretty cool.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean Anaheim was a big win there, but then the story of it, Radko Gudas. I can't believe he got 5 games. Like he has been suspended 4 times in his career, 4 times. Nice. Totaling 21 games. His longest was a 10-game ban in 2017 for a slash to the neck.
That's what you like.
5 games, everything was there. Completely stuck his knee out. They always look at to see what the repercussion is. Like Matthews, done for the year. I think MCL sprain and a contusion. Pretty solid overall. There's what could have happened. Like if we were pushing for playoffs, he really could have been starting playoffs. But it's like, hey, this guy, it's a knee injury. We got some better news than maybe what we could have thought. We're not making playoffs. We got to shut him down. Like, you know what I mean? If they were still pushing for division, go ahead.
My problem with this is not like, yes, the hit fucking sucks. And he has been a terror on the ice in general. Also name Radko Gudas, maybe just stay away from him. But like no one does a thing.
My God.
No one does a thing. And then it's like you sit there and like, what? You're going to fucking watch it on the iPad again to see if you should do anything. And then fucking you play Anaheim later and Nick Robertson gets run and Easton Cowan, the fucking rookie's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll fight. Like how about you fucking grow up here and stick up for your captain?
At this point, Nylander's not a fighter, never fought in his career. Like Riley could stepped in there and they both said they didn't see it, but there's obvious clips of them looking at it. And you know what? You don't have to see it. You see your captain on the ice. You see a guy standing over him. I don't give a fuck whose fault. Like you go out
just
and
go
if
after
you can't
anyone.
fight, and if you can't fight, yes, there's a good chance you might get your ass kicked. At this point, cross-check him in the face. You know what? Like seriously, I don't care. And also a guy who we traded a first-round pick, which hopefully we can still keep, but we'll talk about that. Fraser Benton, who's looking like a future top 6 center. Carlo, he was watching it the whole time. He's 6'6", 230, and he just stood there. Like, yeah, Nylander, sure, I understand. Like, he's not that he would get his ass kicked. Now we do it. Riley has fought. Riley could stand in there. Carlo, the fact that you weren't skating as fast as you could over there, and I heard Brad Treliving was not happy. Apparently, he called guys and was furious, which I don't blame him. And I want to say March 30th, that rematch.
Yeah, it's like all hell.
Yes, I know, but like, yes, I was going to say this. Yes, go after Gudas, 100%, get your lick back. But I'm not fucking just going after Gudas. What you did to Matthews, I am gunning for Cutter Gauthier. I am gunning for Leo Carlson. I am fucking taking off Beckett Sennecke's head off. And I'm sorry, I know that's like aggressive, but like there's an old story, I can't remember what it was. It's just like a guy was chasing around Doug Gilmour or something like that. And Wendell Clark told, I think it was Pavel Bure, he told Pavel Bure saying, hey, you tell that guy to lay off Dougie or I'm doing what he's doing to him, I'm going to do to you. And then Doug Gilmour had no issues the rest of the game. It's like, why go after the goon who doesn't really have much impact to the game? It's like, okay, fine. I'm going to because how would you feel worse? If 10 guys came after you or for what you did, those guys went after your best young star players. I'd feel way worse if they're going after those guys.
It killed me. It didn't make fucking sense. It's like, in a sport of hockey where they allow fighting and your captain, you're having a shit year, your captain, you're clearly in a frustrated mood in that locker room. Your captain gets hit. This is the perfect time to just let frustration out.
Yeah, let it all out. Yeah.
Let it out. Yeah. Fight him. Then for the rest of the game, throw the body around, fucking hit their young stars. Yes, is it shitty that they're going to get the end of it? Yeah, but maybe don't have a fucking teammate who's going to go knee on knee purposefully against our...
Exactly.
star player in the league.
Yeah.
People don't watch hockey to watch fucking Radko Gudas do that. People watch hockey to watch fucking Auston Matthews score goals from the fucking, like, it's so, it was ridiculous.
Again,
I don't even give a fuck
if you're
Nylander
Radko
doesn't fight. If you see fucking Brandon Crowe, 6'6", 230, go do whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And again, it's like, if you're Radko Gudas, like, would you feel worse if guys went after you or guys went to go headhunting on your top young cards? Because then you know that's on you. That's because of you, right? So listen, I have a lot. Like, we love it. I like Anaheim's kind of team. I like Calder, I like Leo Carlsson, I like Sennecke. One of those guys is not making out of that game. Like, so I'm sorry if it's gotta be clean, or maybe not, maybe a little bit late. But Domi, fucking run Beckett over. Fucking Carlo, you see Calder in the corner, give him living
too. Like,
hell.
at this point, who fucking cares if you lose? Don't go for the puck.
Yeah.
Don't go for the puck. Go for the body. Fuck it. Play NHL like we all play NHL on our fucking like things. You don't go for the puck. Just fucking go to crush them.
Yeah. March 30th, baby. Yeah, so season's done, but Islanders, Carolina, Ottawa are next. Last thing before we move on to the NFL, I'll let you kind of take over from here. I want the first pick, or at least top 2 or 3 picks, like, very badly, but I'm very scared of getting this pick and giving away our 2028 pick. I'm kind of scared of that because, like, yes, top 5 pick, we could get a Chase Reed. Maybe I'm seeing some Keaton Verhoff maybe slip a little bit. That'd be awesome. But I really want McKenna. I really want Stenberg. But I'm just scared of giving away that 2028 pick because we don't have our 2027 pick. Philly has that, right? So then Boston would get our 2028 pick if we keep this one this year. It could be shit. It could be really, really shit, right? So yes, I would love a top pick, but I'm very scared of getting a 4 or 5, which definitely those are game-changing players and could be prospect-changing. And yes, like, it's like, yeah, you know what? Like, that says what type of pick we would have in 2028, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm scared of being really shit down the line and not having that pick because that's horrifying. That's horrifying.
I agree.
But yeah, scary times. Scary times.
All right, let's get over to some exciting times.
Yeah, it's just
let's get over to some.
Would have been sick. Would have been sick.
There's a lot to talk about. I think I'll just start with the whole Max Crosby thing.
That's crazy.
I was at work. I get a text message from Ryan saying, "No way." I'm like, all right. I have no idea what's going on. It's always the worst when I'm.
Could be anything
at work. I get a text from him, and then he says the Ravens backed out on the Max Crosby deal. And long story short, it's been kind of like you don't want to beat a dead horse anymore because it's been talked about so much.
Yeah.
But my standpoint and point of view on it is something is weird with the whole thing. I saw NFL executives say that, or one NFL executive say that basically this injury that he has and the medical and everything that he failed needs to be near career threatening for him for the Ravens to have backed out of that deal. There's also weird stuff with maybe the Raiders knew that he was going to fail his medical and then traded him knowing that the Ravens wouldn't have the money to pay Lindenbaum.
There's 2 different conspiracies for both sides. If you look at the Baltimore side, they trade it. They maybe threw some leverage on Trey Hendrickson. They hear that he's so willing to come there. You back out of it. You still have your 2 first-round picks. Max Crosby is better than Hendrickson, but you get him for cheaper. Top pass rusher in the league, and you still have your 2 first-round picks.
You get him for cheaper, and he's younger, so it's like...
Yeah, and then you look at a guy, for Raiders, maybe this one's less believable, but it's like, hey, you trade him over there so then Ravens take on that $40 million cap or whatever it is. So they can't pay Lindenbaum. You take Lindenbaum from them knowing he'll fail his physical. So then he comes back and you get both guys. But I think Lindenbaum I think he signed pretty early. So I think he would have been gone either way. Anyway. But yeah, I don't. If you're Raiders, I think they honored all their commitments still. They still have cap space, so that's not an issue. Because at first it's like, okay, well, fuck. I know we had a lot of cap space, so we spent like $200 million this offseason, and now we're getting $40 million back on the books. But I think all that's fine. And I don't think he wanted to really go. I think he was frustrated and wants to win. But I think he loved Vegas. I think he loved being a Raider. Yeah.
And also the Cowboys were in on him supposedly, and that's where he went to get, I think, consult and surgery. And basically the Cowboys are now out on him. So there is a bit of truth to the fact that maybe, the stuff they saw in the physical and everything was probably not great. I don't know. It just seems weird. Apparently they were still listening to offers. I don't see a world in which a team trades now knowing the price for him. 2 first-round picks. I think I said it right away. It just seemed crazy. It seemed nuts. But yeah, weird. They still get Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson said he was under the belief that he's going to be playing across from Max Crosby. That's insane. Ravens would have zero money. They fucking zero money.
Lamar would get killed out there. They have no one protecting him.
Zero money. So
Still
But
like that
yeah.
for Baltimore. I mean, like he's still really good. He's not great against the run, but he's an elite pass rusher. You get it for cheaper, and now he's gonna play the Bengals, and he probably doesn't like that much anymore for everything he's been through. So he's gonna fucking trying to be killing Joe Shiesty.
Poor Joe Burrow, man. He's like, oh, Max Crosby not going to the Ravens. All right, sick. And then Trey Hendricks is like, actually, I'm going to be chasing your ass for real. But yeah, we'll get into some quick Bills news. I'll just go over kind of who, from what has happened, re-signed Dawson Knox on a 3-year deal. I think basically it's a pay cut, open up some cap space. We did restructure. We restructured Josh's contract. I hope that we're going to restructure Deion's contract as well. I did write more edge and wide receiver help would be nice. And I said Trey Hendrickson would be sick. And I've changed it to would have been sick. I still think we need to re-sign Bosa. I'm surprised he hasn't gone anywhere. It'll be interesting
I'm hearing 49er rumors just because of his brother.
Yeah,
I don't know how much money they have left after just signing Mike Evans. So I can't really see that being a possibility. But he didn't make a ton last year, so we'll see.
No. And I said Adam Romeo Dobbs, which not going to happen anymore. Or a DeAndre Hopkins, which could be cool. And then I said we could have signed Justin Jefferson. I still would have been pissed off about losing Reggie Gilliam.
And to the Patriots.
Yeah, it's horrible. More signings, obviously the DJ Moore signing. We did sign D. Alford, 3 years, up to $20 million. He's a cornerback, played for the Falcons. Famous for a clip of Justin Jefferson absolutely burning him in Minnesota.
Yeah, I didn't like seeing that clip, but I think you can find a bad clip about anyone. So
yeah,
that's.
We added Geno Stone in the secondary, which I like. He's a good safety. He was drafted by the Ravens, signed in Cincinnati for 2 years. A good safety. He'll add good depth to the back end. And then CJ Gardner-Johnson, which I think is very good, can be a little bit aggressive on the ball, but I kind of think that's what we need. We need people who are willing to take the ball away and make plays.
We haven't really had like a dog back there in that second. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay with it.
Our secondary looks a lot better.
Yeah,
even
I like
with
it
that.
a lot.
So like now we got Bishop, we got Maxwell Harrison, Bishop, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Christian Benford. Like the secondary looks a lot better than what it did last year. If
Harrison can take that really next step, like that's a very, very effective back end. Especially Cole Bishop can maybe improve in the free safety and everything. I do like.
Yeah,
I
really agree.
Yeah.
Obviously, we talked about losing David Edwards, our guard. And I think the plan is to have Alec Anderson. He's 26 years old. I think the plan is to have him try and step up and play that guard position. He has always kind of come in and played like the 6th, 7th offensive lineman. I really do. I don't love the way that he plays the game sometimes, but I think having a starting role, obviously there's going to be competition in camp, but we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, I kind of like all the moves. We retained McGovern. We didn't let him hit free agency. That's good.
Great price too. Like if you look compared to like a lot of like he's one of the top centers in the league. I mean, Lindenbaum makes like $10 million more than him like a year. So I mean, I'm very happy with this.
Lindenbaum is the best, but
he is the best for sure. But I'm very happy with the price. And it was weird how that was going on. Apparently he was getting ignored. I don't know if that was even coming from him or not, but very happy that it got done.
It's kind of tough when you're negative $13 million in the cap and you want to pay someone for 4 years.
Can't do it.
Dawson Knox, we re-signed, restructured basically took a pay cut. Wisniewski, our punter, I thought he played well all year. Van Denmark, we added or re-signed as well, which is good. He's kind of, again, like the fill-in kind of lineman, but I think that he plays really well. And then I think overall, Buffalo, what we did and what we're going to continue to do in free agency, like I'd say probably a good
Chubb
B.
Too.
B minus. I forgot about Bradley Chubb. That also happened.
I know Bills are getting kind of roasted because it's kind of like they're saying it's a typical Bills offseason, kind of related to the Von Miller signing, but I don't know. He's younger. Von Miller signed to like 6 years, $120 million. So it's not like that. I understand where people are coming from, but we definitely need linebacker help. And when healthy, he is elite. So
yeah, that's the thing about Chubb. He needs to be healthy. You know, time will tell. It seems like every year, people are injured, but time will tell. Okay, I'd say I want to get through a lot of these teams because there's a lot of big signings. So like I'm pumped about the signings in Buffalo. Like I would say my DJ Moore is number one. I think bringing in Geno Stone, CJ Gardner-Johnson, and D. Alford to back up that secondary is massive. I think bringing Kyle Allen back as a backup quarterback, he's Josh's friend. I think that's great. Re-signing McGovern, Knox, Wisniewski, and Van Denmark is huge. And then to get an extra edge help on with Chubb is good. I don't think it necessarily works great with Greg Rousseau. Like, I think Greg Rousseau needs someone to be able to play off of him well. And I think you saw bits and pieces of that with Bosa last year. I would still like to be able to re-sign AJ Epinesa. He's good for splash plays here and there. I'm surprised he hasn't been signed anywhere yet. But yeah, I think so far I'd go a B minus. Like no, not an A, but definitely added help at wide receiver.
No, like AJ Brown or anything like Max Crosby, but I'm happy with what they've done. And
I think the asking price for AJ Brown is too high. Yeah,
dude, have you heard the Rams are in on them? How the fuck in the Rams? Like, I hate the Rams right now. I heard the Rams are in. I think I'm hearing a lot more of like Broncos are starting to heat up, which is scary for them because I think they can use some more offensive help, and hitting like a guy like AJ Brown is pretty scary. Because I don't think they're in any cap issues because again, like Bo Nix is still on his entry level, so that's kind of the time you got to attack. But I heard Rams. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck that's possible. I guess they're really capitalizing on Puka still being on his entry level, but yeah, that's scary.
Yeah,
I don't know if I would pay.
I heard Devontae Adams might be on the move too, so that's interesting.
And he's one of the best red zone receivers.
Let me get a little.
Yeah, I mean, you listed off a lot of these teams. We don't have to go through each one, but
no.
I mean, Carolina. I mean, they need help on their defense. And I really like
Carolina. I think Lloyd. Carolina, and they're my winners as of right now. Carolina and the Raiders. Like Jalen Phillips' contract is big. Like it's 4 years, 120
it's huge,
big. But at the same time, he's a pretty proven edge rusher who has had injury problems in the past, but still, like Carolina kind of need to beef up their defense. That was a problem last year. Obviously, James Cook went off for like 260 yards against them. Devin Lloyd's a great linebacker. And then they bring in,
Devin Lloyd,
I think, an underrated wide receiver in John Mechie who can complement like Xavier Legette and Ted McMillan well, you know, and I like what Carolina has kind of brought in. I probably haven't been able to add some of the signings, but these were kind of just the big ones for me. I really do like what Carolina's doing. I think David Canales is a good coach. Bryce Young's going to find his stride, and you really just needed a defense to kind of back him up a little bit. Obviously, he's going to make mistakes. He's still a young quarterback, so being able to get a stop after, you know, a turnover is huge.
Yeah.
Chicago, I kind of like what they did too. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, for that division, if I'm a Bucs fan, I'm getting worried. Like, you don't have Mike Evans anymore. I think the Saints with getting ETN is huge for them. Carolina got a lot better. Tampa Bay, they had their, I shouldn't say they had a Super Bowl window with Baker, but it seemed like they were going to win that whole division for years to come. And now I like the Saints. I like the Panthers. They need help on defense. They got that. And now, I mean, I'm not going to hype up the Titans, but, you know, they're going to get better, right? But, like, it's not. And it may not be a 9-8 division winner anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a bit different. Well, actually, it still could be actually, but
I don't know. But yeah, like I think that division is. I think like 10 and 10 and 7, 10 and 6, like 11 and 6 word.
You like what the Bears have done? I know they needed
Kobe Bryant.
They lost.
Kobe Bryant, you needed. They did lose a lot up front for the O-line. Garrett Bradbury's a good offensive lineman from the Patriots, and Cam Lewis helps in the secondary. He's been slotted in the Bills defense basically for the last, I think, 2 to 3 years. Neville Gallimore, Canadian, I believe, good D tackle. Like they needed help on defense. They could not shut people down. Devin Bush is a great linebacker. Kobe Bryant played amazing with Seattle this year. So I like what the Bears did. Losing center really sucks, and losing DJ Moore
Dahlman
sucks.
Was really good, yeah.
Cincinnati did absolutely fuck all. Yes. Baltimore just created news because of fucking Max Crosby.
Yeah.
Atlanta had the funniest free agency / we'll talk about Miami too, but they signed Tua to a 1 year, $1.3 million contract, $97 million less than the dead cap Miami has this year.
Who gives a fuck for your contract? Yeah.
They franchise tag Kyle Pitts. I think he really kind of turned it on at the end of the year. Signed Jahan Dotson. Kind of a fringe wide receiver, but still has flashes.
Jahan Dotson, yeah.
I like him too. Cleveland, just offensive line. Strictly offensive line. And I love that.
I think that's
what they needed. They needed.
Give Shedeur Sanders time. Give Deshaun Watson time. I'm not sure who the starter will be, but yeah, just give those fucking guys time. That's all you got to do. And that's what they did.
Dallas basically just retained everyone and then got a safety and traded for Rashawn Gary. Rashawn Gary's a Pro Bowl D lineman who is proven in the league. Kind of interesting because the whole, like they got back, I think what I can't remember his name, Kenny Walker or something from the Packers when they traded traded Micah Parsons. So, you know, beefing up their D line.
It was Clark, was it not? Is it
Kenny Clark? Yeah.
Kenny Clark they got back in that trade,
Denver, I don't even think they really did anything. They just retained everyone. At Detroit, I wrote, "Here we go, Jack."
He likes the Pacheco signing. I mean,
Pacheco
like,
signing is good.
I think
You're
that's solid.
basically getting, in my opinion, you're getting a second David Montgomery who, you know,
he's going to give you that 3 yards. He'll give you that 3 yards.
10 to 15 carries a game and, you know, give Gibbs a little bit of a rest. I just like this name, so they traded for the center, Juice Scruggs. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Beefed up their O-line, got a new center.
That's what they got to do. They just got to build up that O-line again, Green
Bay really did nothing other than trading for Zaire Franklin, which was kind of crazy to me. I didn't think the Colts would move off him. He's kind of been the cornerstone of that defense for a while. He's a really good linebacker. They got Benjamin St. Juste, who's a Canadian, 2 years, $10 million. That's the other thing too. Like this free agency, you're not seeing any real crazy deals. Just 3 years, 4 years max, which makes sense. Houston, I like what they did. Bring in Reed Blankenship, who's like your defense was already great, and you bring in a safety who's proven in this league. You can slot him into the lineup. He's willing to get dirty. He's willing to make big hits. He'll take the ball away. Bring in another O lineman. You bring in a running back because you kind of had problems this year. Like Woody Marks was good, but you know you need that veteran presence. Joe Mixon clearly
you can't just cover the whole workload. You need someone. I thought Montgomery was a good trade for them.
He works out better than Chubb for sure. So, and then you retain Danielle Hunter. Dalton Schultz gets another crack at it. And then again, Ed Ingram, probably, I think, one of their best offensive linemen.
Can't let him go on that O-line. Can't let him go. Danielle Hunter, I mean, for sure, him and I'm drawing a blank here on the other side.
Will Anderson Jr.
Like they were menaces, but the 1 year $40 million just killed me. I was like, holy shit!
He's just like $30 million guaranteed. 1 year. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, he is a fucking like that game they had against the Patriots. Even though the Patriots won that game, like they were putting Drake May.
Yeah. Indianapolis, only thing that really matters is you retained Alec Pierce, but this is crazy to me because the asking price for what they probably wanted, like Alec Pierce was linked to a bunch of different teams, linked to the Bills too. Whether or not any talks actually happened, but 4 years, $116 million to me is wild. Great wide receiver, but $116 million to me, I don't know. Maybe I don't watch enough Indianapolis football games. It just didn't seem.
People are talking about like he took like a pay cut to stay there.
He said he didn't care about them. He said he didn't care about the money, but like,
because I'm sure the Patriots would have offered him because that came up to $29 a year. I'm sure the Patriots would have paid him more. Obviously, the Bills couldn't have. I'm sure other teams with the cap space could have paid him a bit more. But
22, 593 yards, 41 receptions. 2023, 514 yards, 32 receptions. 2024, 37 receptions, 824 yards, and he had his first 1,000-yard season this year. 1,003 yards, 47 receptions, 6 touchdowns. It's like, definitely trending in the right direction. I don't think he's that old. He's probably fucking like, he's got to be 26. He's our age. Okay, so maybe it's worth it.
I mean, I think he's a great deep ball threat, and I think him and Daniel Jones beginning the season had great chemistry. I thought, even though it came off as like, oh, is he taking a little bit of money off? But no, he wanted to stay there, and they also retained Daniel Jones for 2 more years at 88 or something. I think it was something like that, or 80. We'll see. 2 years, $88 million for DJ.
Yeah, I respect it. All right, and Jacksonville gets Chris. Jacksonville did fuck all. K9 to Kansas City is not on my bingo card for this year. I think it's a good deal. 3 years, $45 million. It's a great
signing for them, which sucks. They haven't really had an explosive back in a long time. And yes, K9 showed some inconsistency, but they got
a good safety in Alohi Gilman. He got traded this past season, I believe, from the Chargers to the Ravens and then signed with KC in free agency, 3 years, 24.75. They get a fullback, I believe, from the Patriots in Kairos Tonga / D tackle, 3 years, $21 million. Obviously, retain Kelsey, 1 year, $12 million, I think up to 13. And then Tyquan Thornton, who's a good deep ball threat. I thought 2 years I thought maybe you get another 1 year out of him, but I think they have some sort of faith. Now, Vegas is where I don't think it's immediate good. I don't think it's immediate great. I don't think it's immediate
You're laying the groundwork.
Success.
You're laying the groundwork. But it's just you're going to build something there.
3 years, $81 million. Kwity Paye, edge rusher, 3 years, $48 million. Linebacker Quay Walker, 3 years, $40 million. Nakobe Dean, 3 years, $36 million. Like, insane.
You have
Retain
Genty, you have
Eric
Brock
Stokes,
Bowers, right? Yeah.
bunch of other on 1 year deal. Yeah, like unbelievable.
And you're going to draft in Mendoza, and you're going to put the best center in the league right in front of him, right? You're going to build that chemistry for years. So, it's going to be still slow. The Chargers still going to be really good. Denver's really good. Chiefs, even though they don't have Mahomes, you have Fields in there. You have K9. They'll still get some wins together. So it's not going to be
people
immediate.
Say the Chiefs are going to be at the bottom of that division. That's insane. They think it's the Broncos division to lose. They think the Raiders are going to be good. The Chargers are going to be good. And speaking of the Chargers, get Tyler Baez, offensive center, 3 years, $30 million. What you need? You need to beef up your O-line. You can't be football. Most sports are about a game of depth. We talk about it in hockey all the time. You have fucking top line centers, and then you have fucking your bottom six, and you need to be able to have fucking depth. You need to have depth in the NFL. You're going to get hurt. You're fucking getting in a car accident. George Kittle, famous quote. Getting in a car accident every single week. Your body's going through it. This is a great signing. They get Charlie Kohler, 3 years, $4.3 million. I thought this was kind of crazy. Not a crazy receiving tight end. Really good for blocking. So I, again, bring him in on the O-line. I like that. Cole Strange, offensive guard, 2 years, $13 million. And then Alec Ingold, 2 years, $7.5 million. So just really beefing up that blocking side of their offense. I like that a lot. The Rams can fuck off. Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson. That's like
all I needed was secondary help when they got it. So
Miami,
and he's
they
still
get
not the
Malik.
pick. Yeah,
this is fucking dumb. Miami gets Malik Willis, 3 years at $65 million. To me, it was wild, not necessarily proven.
It's tank time. That's just that they're going to be bad. They know they're going to be bad.
I just don't. Like, I think he can be good. It's just to lock it in, especially when you just drafted Ewers. Do a 1 year deal, do a prove it deal. He's looking for a starting position, have a quarterback competition, make it about, wanting to get better every day. You sign him to 3 years, you still got your rookie, but you're paying this guy $67 million. That's your starting quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's your starting quarterback no matter what. So Minnesota,
Not
fuck
much.
all.
Yeah.
New England,
fuck.
I like their moves a lot. You bring in Romeo Doubs. You bring in Elijah Vera-Tucker, who has injury problems, but when he's healthy, he's a good offensive lineman. You add edge rusher Draymond Jones. You add Reggie Gilliam. You add Kevin Byard, and then you add a good linebacker.
We needed some more. I know we talk about secondary, and I do like it, but the fact that we let Kevin Byard, a top safety, go to New England for $9 million, I was like, fuck.
Really annoying.
I thought he played very good for Chicago last year.
I think he did too. And KJ Britt's a good linebacker too. And they do have Spillane, and Ellis plays really well, but I think Spillane kind of tapered off kind of towards the end of the year. He was really, really good. I was always upset that they got him over the Bills. New Orleans, I like all that what they did too. David Edwards, 4 years. He's proven. I loved what he did in Buffalo. They add Travis Etienne, 4 years. I think he deserved a payday. It sucks that he had to leave Trevor Lawrence. There's something about my heart and like the way that I love football that when guys get to continually play together, it's just so nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Add some linebacker help in Caden Ellis, and then Noah Fant gets a 2 year deal, which was kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
Harbaugh's recreating Baltimore and New York.
I love that Isaiah Likely move. I love that.
Adds Isaiah Likely, adds Jordan Stout, adds Pat Ricard, Greg Newsome, who got traded, I believe, from the Browns to the Jags this year, brought him in on a 1 year deal, good cornerback. And then they add Tremaine Edmonds, who's a great linebacker. Really played well in Buffalo and then played great in Chicago and was kind of the cornerstone of their defense. The Jets, who gives a fuck? Philly, just Howie Roseman not doing much. Pittsburgh, I like what they did. They just don't know who they're going to start for quarterback. They retain Cam Hayward, Asante Samuel, bring in Darnell Savage, trade for Michael Pittman Jr., which kind of crazy.
Odd. Yeah, that was odd. Yeah.
I like it though. Rico Dowdle gets a 2 year deal. He'll be kind of the star back there. Jamal Dean, good cornerback, 3 years, $36 million. Nothing crazy, but I think adding pieces, like kind of typical Pittsburgh way, adding pieces they need. San Fran, this is crazy. Mike Evans, 3 years, $60.4 million.
$60 million.
Nuts to me. And then the Seahawks don't really do much. They retain Rashid Shaheed. They add a bunch of other kind of 1 year deals, retain a bunch of people. The Super Bowl this year is it heightened a lot of people's stock and a lot of people left.
That's what happens, right? Yeah, that's what happens, right? So,
and then we'll just skip over Tampa because whatever. Tennessee adds fucking everyone. Wanderlei Robinson, fucking insane. 4 years, $70 million. That's ridiculous.
Owen was trying to hype him up to me. I like Wandale, but I was just like, 40 million guaranteed. Like he had some games in the Giants, but I don't.
He's not getting fucking any targets if Malik Neighbors doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
No, John Franklin Myers, good D tackle.
I like him.
Lante Taylor's a good corner, and same with Cordele Flott. No, Tommy Townsend's a great punter. Who gives a fuck? And then they trade for Solomon Thomas, which Solomon Thomas is good.
Yeah. And then Washington basically just get a whole new defense.
Washington
basically what they did. They're a whole new defense.
Caleb on Chason is great. Amik Robinson's really good. Odefe Owe deserved a payday. Leo Chanel, great linebacker. I've always liked him. Also, we can slot him in on special teams. He's a dog. Tim Settle, 3 years. He was good in the Buffalo and good in Houston. I like what they're doing. They needed a defense, especially Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn needs a defense. So my current winners are the Raiders and Carolina.
I like it. What a breakdown for the kid.
Dude, I know I ripped off a lot, but like...
No, I liked all of it. I think there's a lot of teams, there's a lot of names out there, and we want to say, but, I think it's important to say as much as we can.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that it was just so busy that first day. It was like, I need to be able to break it down. Also, just for my head, like I need to be able to wrap it around of who's gone and who's not.
I know. I get it. Oh my God. And now I don't know if you have anything else, if you want to quickly then wrap up a little PGA and betting. So we've been talking for a while here. That was a good little.
Let me give you your little golf question.
Okay.
Final hole. You need par to break 90. You're 140 yards out. Do you hit a smooth 8-iron, a full 9-iron, whatever club your buddy says, or 2 wedges and pray?
Definitely not 2 wedges. I don't like 60, 70 yard wedge shots. I'd probably go full 9.
I think a full 9. Full 9's decent.
I think my yardage can be kind of different if I can hit it. I know it's like the Jensen on Bob Does Sports. Oh, if I hit it good, it can go as far. So it's kind of like that type of thing. Like I can hit my 8-iron pretty far, but it's just not every time. So it's kind of like there's definitely been times where it's like, hey, 140. I kind of want to just not chip an 8, but just hit it really, really smooth. Yeah. But no, I like 140. I'd probably hit a full 9.
For me, it's difficult. I'm probably like 140. I'm in between my pitching wedge and like a 9-iron. I gotta have to hit a smooth 9, which is probably better. But with my wedge, if I can get it there, I've got more control over the ball, I feel.
Yeah. The 2 wedges, my biggest nightmares are like wedges that are like 50 to like 90 yards. That's scary. I'm a guy where I'll bump and run anything. I don't care if it's 100 yards or not 100 yards. I like hitting my 50 degree, like 100, 105. But anything under that, I don't mind just chipping up a 9-iron or even a 5-iron, just getting it closer to the green.
I agree.
Yeah. Good question. Valspar, I thought I had it with Fleetwood. I have a very solid day 1, but your squad just completely was just solid throughout. I mean, Justin Rose, top 13. Rob McIntyre had an incredible day 3 with 7 under. Brooks Koepka was solid throughout, top 13. And my team was good too. Fleetwood, 8th, Henley 13th, and Fowler that were kind of round 3, kind of blew it, but still top 42. But Valspar, I think you're picking first here. So you're up 5 here, which is not good.
I'll take Keegan Bradley.
Did he make the weekend?
He had a bit of a bad showing, but that's okay.
I saw the clip of him kind of talking about and still saying that the Ryder Cup is still like in the back of his head.
Well, that's good. He's motivated.
Yeah, I can't go 1-7. I just can't. Give me Patrick Cantlay.
Okay. I already taken Lucas Glover.
I don't think you have you?
No, Lucas Glover. It's either going to go like he's going to win or he's going to get cut. So,
I don't think, have I picked, I might have picked him already. I did. I was going to say Corey Connors, but I've picked him already. Who played solid over the weekend? And shout out to Canadian, what's his name? I've never heard of him before. I don't want to butcher his name. Who finished top 10 this past weekend?
Fuck! I can't think.
He's got a long name. I don't want to butcher it. Have I picked Sungjae yet? Sungjae Im? No. Yes, I'll go Sungjae.
Rounded out. I will take. I'll take Jonathan Vegas.
Johnny Vegas. I will finish off with. Had a tough last round of the players, but still was top 3 for the start. I think the start of the 4th round. Give me Michael Thor Bjornsson.
I was gonna take him.
He had some tough holes in the last little bit there.
But all right.
I'll ride with him.
I got Keegan Bradley for the Valspar, Lucas Glover, Jonathan Vegas. I have no idea if that's how you say his name. Ryan's got Patrick Cantlay, Sungjae Im, and Thor.
There you go. My lock of the week, I'm 15-13. I lost last week. I did have Cutter anytime, but the Leafs somehow beat the top team in the division. This time I'm actually going to go against them. I'm going to go Leafs money line, I think, against the Islanders, and give me Nylander anytime.
I have Leafs money line as well. And I think he's playing, so I'm going to say Gruel a point.
Better be fucking playing. I bet the farm. Again, there's kind of some different ones here. Habs money line, Blackhawks money line, Oilers money line, Leafs, Sabres, and Kraken. Kind of a mix of some favorites and then also some kind of surprises there.
I was not prepared for my bet the farm. It got deleted, which is really tough. So I'm going to take Leafs money line. I'm going to say Willie scores. I'm going to say Knies a point. I'm going to say Gruel a point. McCabe over 3 block shots. And who's playing Stolarz? Wall. Yeah.
They played Minnesota. I think Stolarz played against Minnesota the other day.
Wall.
No, Buffalo. Sorry, Buffalo. Wall played against Buffalo.
All over. And let's just do Knies a goal to round it out. So I got Leafs money line, Willie anytime, Knies a point, Gruel a point, McCabe over 3 block shots, Wall over and save, and Knies a goal.
Yeah, March Madness this week too. Could be some crazy bet the farms coming from over here.
Hell yeah.
All right, brother. Good long episode. A lot to go over. Next episode will be close to the playoffs. So at like the 14 game left mark by then, we'll probably have 2 weeks left. And make sure to go follow us on X as usual, Instagram, TikTok. Comment, like, subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Spotify. I know a lot of people don't follow on Spotify, but you can do that. Make sure to go do that. And see you next week for episode 61.
Tavares coming out, sends it in a goal. They score! They score! Holy Mackinac, they score! Morgan Riley! Mo Riley! The Leafs have won it! They're going to the second round!
Gonna run for it, he got it! And there he goes! Inside the 10, the